Back with another episode of That Rugby Show, Maseru. We are in the studio. This is our studio. We've come to accept
Call what it
this
is.
Studio. We are number 8 short. Shout out to Danku out in CPT. But otherwise, the regular crew is here. Ranga Riva, how you doing?
Good as well, brother.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Yeah, this is Butter?
Yeah? No.
No. How you doing, bro?
Nah, I'm alright. Tell you, man.
You've been traveling as well, eh?
I traveled a bit. Easter was off in Eswatini.
Okay.
That was nice. And then, before that, I was in Morocco.
Yeah, you've been
everywhere.
busy.
Yeah, but
Busy.
we're back in town.
We're back and we're here to do some good stuff, eh?
Regular programming going.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Siam Tanda Kolisi in France now.
Yeah.
Rassi saying, Dr. Rassi Rasmus saying that.
Oopsie, sorry.
Schoolboy
Schoolboy era. We're talking schoolboy rugby, sorry. Sorry. I have to be.
That's good.
Schoolboy era.
So Dr. Rassi Rasmus is talking about he wants a captain that is around, so
Yeah.
they can come to alignment camps, etc. And he's also got some good ideas about what a captain should be. He should be close to the referee, so it's got to be in the scrum. It's got to be somebody who can work on the referee.
Yeah.
Thoughts on a possible replacement should he not continue with Siam Tanda?
Look, I've heard a couple of theories. From the documentary, there was that instance where he actually crapped out Bongi for saying you need to step up, and Bongi couldn't, understand why, why should I step up? And he actually asked him twice, and he said, dude, you need to step up.
Yeah.
And considering Bongi's age, he's the one. He's 32.
Yeah.
Sia is also 32.
Yeah.
But if you look at the A1s being your first choice frontline players, Eben doesn't want the captaincy.
Yeah.
Then you've got Bud Spencer, can't be captain.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Kitsoff is coming back next season.
Yeah.
And he's 32.
I'm so upset.
Then
He's the best. Well, of course you're upset, right?
Then you've got Delende can't be, is also not here. Well, I'm just looking beyond 2027.
Yeah.
So my thinking is there's two guys that I think are gonna be captain. He's either gonna do a Graham Smith and go to a young guy in and
grow
with the team, or they are grooming Salman Murat.
That's my guy. That's the guy. That's the guy.
That's what I'm
Funny,
thinking.
we spoke about this over the weekend with Ba'a. We were watching La Rochelle and the Stormers.
Yes.
When they ran over him.
Yeah. The literally right over him. And I was asking Ba'a, does he think Salman Murat could be the next Springbok captain? What did you say to me?
Look, I want him to first get in the game and start. But I think he's probably the best captain locally right now in the local franchise. I think when you look at all of look at the Bulls, look at the Sharks, look at the Cheetahs, look at the Lions, the way he's galvanized, because he's young, but he's really galvanized that Stormers team behind him in a way that when you see that, no man, there's something different about this dude.
Yeah.
But the big question is, does he start?
That's the thing.
That's the question.
Okay, look, with
Does he
this
start?
starting issue, look, the challenge we have right now is I don't hear Luot's name being mentioned on anything at the moment. And he's 30, 31, somewhere there.
Yes.
And he's obviously playing abroad. Then you've got Eben. Eben is a starter. He's your number 4.
I'm waiting for you guys to say Lukanya.
No, we're cool.
Injury. You see, the thing is, you can also think about Murat as well, also injury prone.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, with neck on neck and with your vision to say, even Lucanio to make it to the next World Cup is also a bit,
See, I don't think so.
You see what
I think he gets there.
I think he gets it. I think it's well.
You see, the thing is, you must also look at it this way, gents. That injury or that knee injury of his, he's not a guy. You need a guy who's gonna. You need a a Conrad Smith, for instance.
Yeah.
13 that you'll know,
Yeah,
or
he's
Ma Nono. You know this guy is going to be in Ben Smith. You know this guy is consistent.
He's a Toyota.
He's a Toyota. He's not a retread. You know, because you must also understand. Yes, you make Lucan captain, but you're putting the guy extra pressure to come right as well. Because that knee of his is not 100.
Yeah.
But like the way he's been playing for the Sharks, granted the Sharks haven't.
Sharks are rubbish, but
But he has been
cotton wool, man.
Yeah.
He's wrapped in cotton wool, man.
Yeah,
Lucanio post, yes. Lucanio could do Lucanio things, you know. But it's glimpses. It's not. Yes, he used to get four.
I think. Look, it's like with Sia, right? I think they play their best rugby for the box.
Yeah.
And you see it for the box. So we'll probably see in the Irish series, because I think he probably starts a couple games over Jesse, maybe 1 or 2, as well as the Portugal.
Yeah.
As well as maybe against Portugal. And if he does what he does, look, I think he's going to World Cup. But the chat about captain, I think he's just too far. 13 is very far away.
It's too far. Number
13
one.
is far.
And Lucanio gives me John de Villa's vibes, man. Like, you know, he's very...
John de Villa.
No, not in a bad way.
No, I see what you're saying. No, I got you.
You know, remember when John was out? When John was out, the public could not accept that Jesse Creel was the form guy. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, he came in and it was like, what's John doing anymore? John is over.
Jesse Creel had a big World Cup.
He had a big World Cup that 2015. You know, so that's what I'm saying. Even that 13 jersey, yes, we say it's Lucanio's. Luki does things that Luki does. You know. But we don't forget what Jesse did now. We have a great problem. We have a great problem. You understand what I'm saying? You have a great problem. And then you've got the possibility of, yes, you know, you've got two big guys under the Giant and Dukes, 12 and 13 type thing with moving. Either of them can play 13. You know what I mean? So you haven't got a problem really at 13. You know, you didn't really have a problem because now you've got guys. What's this youngster from? When you guys are asking, I was saying between Murat and Sasha Feinberg. I'm guys. You know what?
Going out on a limb.
No, guys. That doctor from Bloom or Dispatch or wherever he's from, he's crazy.
No, it's fair.
That is the kind of thing you do.
That is the kind of thing.
That is the kind of thing you do.
That's the kind of thing you do. So that's the kind of thing that guy would do. You understand? Don't count him putting Sasha there and saying, "This is my captain." Watch. Just remember, guys, just listen to me.
Guys, can you imagine a backline with Sasha Feinberg and Gomozulu and Gaza?
Oh, you check.
Can you imagine that a backline like
You
that?
check. And then you still
Tony Brown is the guy who's
and then you're still leaving a guy like Boogeyman out. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, you can imagine what it's gonna do.
No, just listen to this. Like, if all out vibes. Grant Williams 9. Mani 10. Sasha 12. Gaza at 15. Luki at 13. On the wings.
KLA and Kenneth.
And you know, like just
with gas. And you just say Tony Brown?
It's just this is wild.
Mr. Brown, this is your all black. Mr. Brown, this is all black.
We're gonna have that. Remember that move they did where they lined up behind the scrum?
Yes.
Just do that. Just fine.
So, just before we leave the box, Mani Lebok, good game on Saturday, missed the winning kick. 68% kicking record.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, I saw somewhere where people saying, you know, rugby is so unfair because he kicked the possible winning cross kick with a try. And it had that, is it Hartenberg? He had the chance to maybe move closer, you know, or Mani kicked the kick over. Then we'd be saying Mani. We wouldn't talk about that 68%.
We wouldn't have known
you know, because you're sitting in a situation where you can see the way. I think the way they're trying to put in Mani into play and things like that, he'll come right, man. I mean, it's not like Pollard was.
It wasn't as cold.
It wasn't this experience and the loss.
Not just because it was 2019 World Cup. 2019 World Cup versus Wales semi-final. Before, if you watch the games before, Pollard was missing. I mean, he missed a kick in the final as well. But it was that semi-final where it was nip and tuck into Wales, where you saw it's like, okay, come the man, come the hour.
But I understand it was also a vicious swirler as Cape Town can do.
I mean, you saw what happened there.
Yes. Yeah.
I wonder how Danku's doing. I kept saying,
Yeah.
You'll find every jersey on. Now watch.
guys, you should be careful there, man. Don't get too.
Let's talk URC and all the goings on there. As I said, we watched Larissa.
Yeah.
The Bulls are off to
Yes.
Champions Cup.
Yeah. I heard the team is a second string team, though.
Yeah, I just said that this morning as well.
Yeah.
You know they were going to be on 7 different flights.
I heard that.
They were going to be on 7
And
different flights.
Jake was not having none of it.
Wasn't having it. But
It's like either SA Rugby, what is it? Thought they were not going to win, or either somebody just didn't do their job.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
So-
really Jake.
but apparently, I mean, how many was it? It's 4 non-business class seats.
Yeah.
And it's 4 million, for those flights,
Yeah.
$4 million bucks.
That's a lot.
Because now what happened was apparently the Sunday. I think they only found out the Sunday that.
Yeah.
Did I just say I get it?
Yeah,
so,
you did.
So they only found out the Sunday that they're through.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the travel agents, if they booked them on that very Sunday for Tuesday, they would have paid way more.
Yeah.
So they were trying to actually
Yeah.
just see, because not have a knee jerk, because obviously the travel agents also, they're also like,
Yeah, like, hey, what's going on?
what's going on? Are the Bulls going in? Are
Yeah,
we, you know?
yeah.
So then that was what the cock up. So what Jake was saying was he actually wanted, he would have preferred that the flights are delayed.
Okay.
So that he gets a Monday set. Okay, the guys are sore because even if he says even though we won 59 whatever.
Yeah.
You saw
The game is still so.
Yeah.
It's even more. You're actually more so than the game is won by 1 point,
Right.
you know, or by 15-10.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But he says that is you're actually more so because obviously you're doing a lot more work.
Yeah.
So Monday you would have wanted the guys to ice bath or whatever it is.
Recovery, yeah.
Then Tuesday get a session in because now he's got opposition and the bigger squad,
So,
less 50 plus. Then he can try things out. Wednesday.
Then
Wednesday, then Wednesday put in another session, and then fly out on Wednesday. You see, that's what he would have.
Okay.
But now Tuesday travel, Monday you're doing ice.
Yeah.
Tuesday you're traveling.
Yeah.
Wednesday you're there, and you don't have your full squad.
Yeah.
And you know it's a.
Yeah. It's tough. That's it.
But I still prefer that the northern than going
Nah, it's just
across Tasmania.
Traveling for a day and then being there for like 2 weeks and just not knowing what.
Not knowing what. Yeah, exactly.
That's much better. So I think now it's just 2 flights. They managed to get on.
Yeah, it's just 2 flights. So the majority of the squad, I know that was 4 players, and so 4 is management.
Okay.
Yes, 4 is management who are not on business class.
Yeah.
But the rest is on business. I wondered, did they do business class back?
I think so. Yeah.
They do. Oh, but I mean, it's like, you fly to Cape Town, come back on the bus.
The pain that you're in.
He's a professional.
Because also they're trying to win that URC. Because the following week they have a big game in the URC.
Yeah. That's the second string. Yeah. Thoughts on the Club World Cup?
I honestly didn't. I didn't have any thoughts, honestly speaking.
Yeah.
I think it's still pretty.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I want to, I wish it happened like 4 years ago so I could watch the Crusaders punch in Leinster.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be fun, man. I like that they haven't tried to make it like an every year thing.
Yeah.
Because I think that would get.
Then it cheapens it. Yeah.
Yeah. So every 4 years, you don't get a URC, a Champions Cup final.
Yeah.
And so it's the Champions Cup teams, then 4 Super Rugby teams, and then 2 invitee teams.
Yeah.
And most likely maybe a half hour as well.
That could be quite nice.
Are you also wearing the same shoes? Oh, sorry.
We're in the same shoes.
How did you know this?
I'll talk to the sponsor.
Didn't get the call.
But I think that it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I think it's going to be another reason for the Northern Hemisphere to complain.
Yeah.
And to be like, oh no, it's the ref. Because we're going to win.
Of course.
And
always going to win.
And so it's just I love the complaining, to be fair, so I don't mind. I'm keen.
It works.
You mentioned something about Leinster and Crusaders. What was the
So I was going to say, obviously the Crusaders right now aren't the Crusaders, aren't Razors Crusaders. I would have loved Razors Crusaders playing against Leinster. Because Leinster are convinced they're the best club in the world.
Yeah.
They are convinced, even though La Rochelle beats them every year, like they're convinced that like we will beat any club. And so now finally they get to play the Crusaders.
They're like Saracens seem to have a really high estimation of the Saris, eh?
Yeah, exactly. So who is the best club though? Let's look everything into. Let's put structures. Let's put feeder. Let's look.
I think
Right now.
Yeah.
Okay, right now it's very difficult because Crusaders haven't had the form they've had. Look, in terms of systems and feeding and everything, Leinster have got the best systems. But
What is their feeding? What do they do?
They're Irish rugby.
Right.
Leinster, look, you see like the Irish Rugby Union, Leinster, like all of the school systems, the way they fix the.
Okay, but wait, hang on now. So you've got Leinster, you've got Munster, you've got Connacht. Connacht? How do you pronounce it?
Yeah.
And then you've got the other one. What's the other one?
I'll tell you now.
Limerick. I don't know now.
No, Munster's in Limerick.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let's say those are the three guys.
Yeah.
Why is Leinster, why is Munster, and why is Connacht left out if you say Leinster is Irish rugby? Basically, you're like saying the Stormers is SC rugby, just for
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
You can maybe unpack that for me just to explain why, and then why, what would Jock Nienhaber's, who contracted them? Is it Irish rugby or is it Leinster?
Definitely Leinster. So I think the difference between Leinster and other clubs is probably what you'll see the difference between the Bulls and Stormers and then currently the Sharks, the Lions, in that they got their recruitment right, and so the way they have put their style of rugby together, think of the Bulls 07, 08. Yeah. 09. Their style of rugby has become how the Irish team play.
Yeah.
So they've become like the backbone, and they've kept that going. Because
surely, I get totally, but surely that phases out, at the end, because why is it not? 2007, 2009, it was Jake, and then 2007, and then it was Peter de Villiers, right?
Yeah.
And did the Bok game change, or did they? What was? Is it? I'm just trying to understand, because for instance, for example, I was shocked at the stat that a guy like Zane Kirchner, he played like 92 or 100, even almost 100 games for Leinster.
Yeah.
And we didn't really know.
Yeah.
Fine. We didn't watch URC was not there.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't watch as much European rugby.
Leinster wasn't necessarily shooting the lights out.
We're winning Heineken Cup.
It wasn't
there.
Toulon or Toulouse or even Clermont. Those.
But remember, this is before the Irish rugby really organized itself.
Oh, okay. So they were in shambles.
Yes, Irish rugby was like where Aussie rugby is right now. Like we saw that there could be something, but there wasn't enough structure in the country. And
so there's the guy who came in, who just left now, the director of rugby.
Yes, yeah.
He's the one
So it started with the Irish Rugby Union when they were like, look, we can put something together that's a lot better than what we have. Because they're like, in terms of, it's what we said during the World Cup, they've got a 23 that can beat anyone in the world. But how do you make sure that you get that 23 playing rugby and not going into like the local butcher shop? And so you need to have those structures, that structure organized. And yeah, Munster, like when you look at Munster as well, they did very well, but the heart and style of how Irish rugby played was like honed in on Leinster. Maybe it'll change now with Jacques there, because I mean, you're right. Jacques is a defense coach, and Leinster and Ireland are all about the small, quick passes, having fun.
I'm asking a lot of questions, but it's just something interesting because Rassie and Jacques were there.
Yeah, they were in Munster.
And they were very much, they got to the semi-finals.
Oh, no, they beat Leinster once.
They beat Leinster, and they were really, really involved. And he used to say, the biggest thing when Rassie came back from Ireland, he kept saying, I'm from Ireland, and I can see what they're trying to do, but I've left a much better country and a much better player base. That's why I'm coming back to South Africa. You understand? So
but remember, South Africa's got like 1,000 professional players.
They even said how many, about almost 1,000 are playing overseas. Registered, the ones that we know of. But again, I still, I think I agree with you there where you say Ireland, where Australia was, but Australia at some point was where Ireland is now.
Correct.
Yeah. Where it was just. So
Yeah.
what is it that is? Because yes, was the ACT Brumbies was the spine, and then you get the Waratahs were also pretty good, and then you had the Reds were pretty good. They didn't have the players, but they didn't have the numbers, but they had the players. They were contenders, number 1, 2, or 3.
Let's leave that as food for thought. Actually, that's a really good discussion.
Yeah, I think so too.
But I see the executive director and producer Teeks has got his hand up.
Oh yes, of course.
Meaning that it's almost time to wrap it up. Let's quickly chat about schoolboy rugby.
That's the decisions.
The Easter festivals were on.
Saints. Let's talk about Saints.
The original Easter rugby.
Yeah.
So I also gaming about their festivals.
No. I leave those random schools.
But before we talk about the St. Stephen's Rugby Festival, Jeppy goes out and beats Grey College.
100%.
That is huge.
Guys, we've moved on.
No,
we have not.
We've really moved on.
Definitely have not.
Remember what I said to you guys?
The Rugby Factory.
Remember what I said to you guys? I said at the end of the day, rugby is the winner here.
Yeah.
Because to be honest with you, for me, right, I look at.
As a great old boy.
I look at.
Important to throw that in.
I look at the demographics.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'll look at.
Yeah.
Yes, Jeppy is nicely well balanced actually. Grey is still pretty much the same as when I was there. So I'm like, okay, cool. These Jeppy boys who have played, they've put their hands up. They've got flower off, they're already talking SA schools.
Yeah.
The number 8, the hooker, and everything. There's at least 6 or 7 Lions players
In
that.
Yeah.
SA schools players. I'll even take it back. There's probably about five Jeppy boys who are SA schools quality. That for me is a win. When I took it holistically,
overall.
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can imagine what it's going to do for the school Jeppy itself.
Yeah.
Remember Jeppy was known as Jake White School, and then it was James Dalton, the Bad Boys, and all these guys. It was like the rough part of Joburg type. It was like almost a forgotten cousin. So for me, to be honest with you, like when I say because the pressure is so on now for which school, this schoolboys rugby thing. It's like what school you're thinking about? Where's my son gonna go?
Yeah.
You're already thinking he could not even be born. He's thinking, where's my son? But what it does for the sport and what it does for that school, not everybody can go to Saints, can go to St. John's, can go to Hilton, can go to Michael House, can go to, but they can go to Jeppy.
Yeah.
Still,
and you'll
forge and get a good balance of, even cares. That's what I'm saying. For me, that is the win for me. That it can. Grey is not a private school, but the system is like a private school. The rugby is like a private school, the way it's run, because it's run very professionally. But again, for Joburg, for rugby, for South Africa, for the demographic,
all good.
I'll take the loss.
That's a great answer. That was a really, really good answer.
Honestly.
That is an answer that has been matured by age.
It's not a young guy anymore.
He's got real perspective. He's got perspective.
It's about the whole picture.
No.
Let me tell you my thoughts on schoolboy rugby quickly before we close off. I much more enjoy watching schoolboy rugby now than watching the pro game. Schoolboy rugby still has the romance. Okay? There is still an upset that can happen.
Yes.
Jeppy can beat Grey.
Yes. St. John's can beat House.
St. Jesus. I don't know about that.
Upset of note.
I was gonna leave that out, but I'm glad you brought it in. But also, there is not as much. There's a much better kind of tactical awareness, right? So you're seeing the ball get a lot more air than in the pro game where it's really just a mind game. Like it's what Rassie Erasmus can conjure up versus what Joe Schmidt or So here the boys are actually expressing themselves.
Yeah.
Oath to God, I watched some of these games on a Saturday on the SuperSport platform, and you're just like, I can do 80 minutes of this.
This is fun.
And then sometimes you watch pro rugby and you're like,
No, not this one.
yeah, no, just
Not this one.
let JK watch his corporate. So it's fine.
Yeah. No, that was. And St. John's Harare beat Hilton. Not
No, but
Hilton,
Macros.
St. John's Harare,
Yes.
Michael.
Michael, sorry,
man.
Hilton, yes.
Yeah.
St. John's Harare beat Michael.
As we said, upsets, man, upsets. They're good for the game, man.
So Saints
The Rams.
So Saints won all 3 games at Rugby Fest, and then the week after we played JP. And JP came.
Yeah.
It was a proper.
Finish that sentence.
It was brought us back down to it.
Yeah.
But I'm happy with I'm really happy with the Saints rugby side at the moment. They got a great coach, Toby Soshahal. Gizmo he was 2 years behind me. Really good fly half, really talented ball playing fly half. So he went back to Saints. He's now coaching, and then director of rugby is a guy called Charlie Post, who was a matric 2 years ahead of me. And he was also a really good player, fullback, first team fullback, yeah. And I saw for festival they had the Springbok director of rugby,
Dave was there.
one David Vessels,
Yeah, sure,
and
yeah,
John
sure.
Dobson was.
Yeah, they were there together, yeah.
So it was
Apparently they get along very well with Dobbo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
get
because they started together at
they
GCC.
started at GCC, yeah. Apparently they get on very
Yeah,
well.
good
Where's
guys.
Kevin Foot?
He's in Australia still. He's at the Force.
The Force.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was in the back 3 at Cares in 1998.
Yes, Joe Finneker.
Johan Christian Verniekerk and Manfred Karl.
Yes,
They
yeah.
were
Yeah, they were.
phenomenal.
That's
Nah, it was autistic with the guys.
Yeah.
I think Graham Smith played in the first team the following year.
The following
at
year.
fullback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Oaks, thank you for hanging out, and see you
fun.
again, I guess, next week.
Stay legendaries. I'll talk to the sponsors about the shoes.
No, you got the card, remember? You got the
Oh, I
card.
got the
yeah.
card.
We got the
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Stay legendary.
Cheers.
Cheers.